Jersey, what's good? You're officially tuned into Tea with MiraB on Tap and Radio. Just to kick it back with your girl MiraB from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., okay? Now stay tuned. Before I get started with the show, I want to just say, follow me on Instagram at Tea with MiraB. Okay, stay tuned because we got a great, juicy, spicy, okay? A hot, okay, no pun intended, but you know what I'm saying, we got that hot tea today with this question of the day. I can't wait to get into that because a lot of you guys were going bonkers in my DMs and on my social media, so I can't wait to get into that discussion later. Stay tuned to find out what I'm talking about. You locked in with your girl MiraB on Tap and Radio.
You know, we just can't.
Stay tuned back into Tea with MiraB on Tap and Radio. Now let's kick it, let's talk, okay? Let's sip the hottest tea because that's what we do. All right, now, in light of Bow Wow, aka Shad Moss, he revealed the name to his newborn son, which is very, let's call it unique, okay? Let's call it, it's very interesting, the name, if you guys don't know or didn't hear about it. Bow Wow's son's name is Stone Jemariah, not Jeremiah, Stone Jemariah, okay? Now, Bow Wow already let it be known for the record that he did not come up with the name of his son, but the mother of his son did, who goes by the name of Olivia Skye. Now, in light of Bow Wow's interesting son's name, what we're going to do is count down 5 celebrity child names that are a little unique, okay? Let's just go with unique. All right. 7. Okay, yeah, 7 is pretty interesting. I mean, that's Erykah Badu's son, correct? Yeah. The 7 is interesting, but wait to hear these. Okay, so this is out of order. This is not weirdest to normal. No, this is just completely out of order. These are celebrity child names that caught my eye. Now, everyone knows Beyonce and Jay-Z, right? You think I'm going to say Blue Ivy, but I'm not. I actually think Blue Ivy is pretty cute. However, Sir Carter makes me feel a little, it's interesting. Okay, now, Sir, exactly. Sir, now we know that Sir, the word Sir is derived from the mid-14th century. It's a respectful form of address to a person. So when you speak to someone, Sir, how are you? Sir, how do you do today? Sir. Never thought of it in the first name tense, though. Now, although it is formal, I'm going to give him a pass. You want to know why, Bam? I'm going to give him a pass because he's a Gemini. That's the only reason I'm going to give Sir a pass. However, Jay-Z did explain how the name Sir came about. Now, he said, Sir was like, man, come out the gate. He carries himself like that. He just came out like Sir. And so that's why he gave him the name. Now, I don't know the explanation to me. I'm just saying, I still think the name Sir is a little oddly unique, oddly interesting. But hey, he's a Gemini. Like I said, we're going to give him a pass. Next, remember Liam from One Direction? Yeah, Liam Payne and Cheryl Tweedy has a son who is named Bear. Not the bear as in bear with me, shout out to Tiana Taylor, but more like grizzly bear. Okay, his son's name is Bear Gray Payne. Now, although I don't know how this name came about, I haven't seen an explanation for it online. I just find it, again, oddly interesting. Normally we name, humans with human names, but, that's like someone having a name Fox or someone having a name Rabbit. I mean, to each his own. If that's your name, I am not throwing shade. I'm just saying it's a little interesting. I would love to know if you're out there and if you're listening to the show, if your name is Bear, Fox, Rabbit, Bird, or whatever else animal, I would love to know the story behind that. I am truly interested. This is not sarcasm. I am truly interested. Okay, moving on. Now, we all know the legendary Toni Braxton and her son, and her ex-husband, Kerry Lewis. They have a son who goes by the name of Denham Braxton. Now, I don't know. Again, Denham, oddly interesting. I just don't know what inspired Toni to name her son Denham. I don't know. I mean, I know we got it creative people, but hey, Denham, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Now, if that wasn't enough, Chief Keef. Let's take it back to 2015. Chief Keef named his son snowfilmon.com. Did y'all hear me? I said Chief Keef named his son snowfilmon.com. Homophobic.com. All right, now this was in order to promote the release of Sosa's double album called Bang 3. Like I said, we're taking it back to 2015. Now, the accuracy of this, Chief Keef definitely named his son this. However, I seen some articles saying that the film company actually recanted on their permission, giving Chief Keef the permission to name his son, kind of after the movement. So I don't know. Maybe Chief Keef, hopefully, we're hoping that, he changed the name down the line, I'm just saying, snowfilmon.com, that's a long name. I don't know what's the middle. I don't know what's the last. Yeah, I'm scared to find out. It's, again, oddly interesting. I ain't coming for you now. I'm just saying. Do parents ever think my kid will never be able to buy something out of the store with their name on it? How you go to those souvenir shops and people have the names of the keychains, the necklaces, or whatever souvenir that's nice? Yeah, they'll never be on those. Okay. Sadly enough, though, if it makes you guys feel better for the people who are having those unique names out there, my name can't be found on those either. Can't be found, but I guess, we in this together. I ain't shaming y'all. I'm just saying. Your parents was a little bit creative, let's say, when it came to that birth certificate. All right. Lastly, there's North, Saint, Chicago, and Songs, but I think we can all agree that out of those 4 names, Northwest is a little bizarre. Just a little bit. I'm just saying. Now, everybody was definitely shocked when Kim revealed the name of her daughter. This is her firstborn. Kim told People magazine that North means highest power, and that she says that North is their highest point together. North, when she say there, she's speaking of her and Kanye. So, good meaning behind it. I love it. I don't know. I don't know if I just, listen, to each his own. At the end of the day, Kim Kardashian has way more money than me to care about my opinion. I'm just saying, if I could speak for myself and some people in the world, I will say, Northwest is a little bit, unique. That's what we're going to keep saying. We're just going to keep calling it unique. And you guys know, I wouldn't be MiraB if I didn't leave y'all with the bonus. Okay? Now let's talk. Pilot Inspector. Yeah, you thought I was saying something else, right? No, I am saying the name of somebody's child. Someone's child is Pilot Inspector. Okay, with the K at that. With the K. Now, this is the son of Jason Lee. Jason Lee shares that he got his son name from a song by Granddaddy. That's right. That's the artist's name as well. That is not his grandfather. But the artist's name is Granddaddy, and the song's name is He's Simple, He's Dumb, He's Pilot. Oddly interesting again. Before I even give further commentary, I would just say again, this is all very interesting to me. Now, Pilot also has a sibling named Casper. Casper Lee and Inspector. Listen, look, okay. A family where we have 2 children named Casper Lee, and then we have another child named Pilot Inspector with a K. I'm just saying, I ain't trying to knock nobody's creativity. I'm just saying we could have thought, a little more into that, but definitely a good way to put, a meaning to thinking outside the box, okay? I think that all of these kids can have a great seat at the table with Blanket Jackson, because you all have definitely got unique names, all right? Definitely got unique names. Now, when we come back, we're going to talk about our top 5 Black aunties in the industry, those women who we just love, who we just look up to, who we respect. When we come right back, we'll find out who that is. You're rocking with your girl, MiraB, on Tap and Radio. What's up, you guys? You're officially tuned into Tea with MiraB on Tap and Radio, just to kick it with your girl, MiraB, from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Okay, now, before we went to break, I told you guys that I would come back with my top 5 Black aunties in the industry. Now, let me just put the definition or what an auntie is, because it has nothing to do with age. I just want to put that out here now. It has nothing to do with age. It is not about who's older in the industry. None of that. Auntie, to me, is simply just a term that is used for respect and endearment. Period. Now, these are women who I've recognized for their influence in the media industry. That's all. So don't be trying to come at me, y'all, okay? All right. Now, starting first things first, Taraji P. Henson. If you guys don't know, Taraji P. Henson, at this point, she has proven herself to be, amazing. Nothing short of it. I can't even put into words how much I look up to Taraji P. Henson. And at first it's crazy because Taraji P. Henson wasn't always someone who I looked up to. That's just the facts. She wasn't always someone who I look up to. However, when I got into Taraji P. Henson's story and knowing that she took her son and moved to California with only, I think it was $600. I think it was $600 that she had. And look at who she is today. I don't know how much more influential it could get than that. I don't know how much more inspiring it can get than that. So definitely big ups to Taraji P. Henson. Also, at this point, you cannot talk about Taraji P. Henson without talking about, the amount of films she's played in. And not just any film. Taraji P. Henson has even played in historical films. At this point, you just gotta give credit when it's due to a black woman. Taraji P. Henson has also, and I can say this because I've taken note of it way before. Like I said, Taraji was an influence to me. She's always shout out other black women, no matter what she's received an award or wherever Taraji P. Henson is. She's always giving love to another black woman, and I can respect her for that. Okay, so thank you, Auntie Taraji, for being you. Thank you, Taraji, for being you, because you make women like me, have something to look forward to, have someone to look up to. I definitely respect Taraji P. Henson. Okay, next, Ava DuVernay. For those of you who aren't familiar with Ava DuVernay, she is the creator behind When They See Us, the film. I know you guys had to see it. I mean, I've seen it, and personally, I couldn't get through one episode, and each episode was like an hour long. I couldn't get through one episode without crying. I cried the entire series. This was about the Central Park 5. For those of you who don't know what When They See Us is, but I highly encourage you to catch it. Hopefully it's still on Netflix. Or if it's not on Netflix, I'm sure you can find it somewhere on Google. I'm not giving y'all any excuses. Go check it out if you haven't. But When They See Us was definitely a film about the Central Park 5, which is 5 young men who were convicted of a crime they did not commit at all. They were coerced by police into saying that they committed this crime. And not only that, I mean, he's about to be out of office, so can I disrespect him now? I got the green light from BAM. Our stupid president, very dumb Donald Trump, had the nerve to put in an advertisement in the newspaper basically saying that these boys should all face the death penalty. Now, thank God, thank the high heavens that these boys did not receive the death penalty, although it does not take away from the fact that these men had their lives, basically, years of their lives taken away from them for the simple fact that they were in jail from, all of them had different sentences. So some of them served 7, some of them served way more than that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, shout out to Ava DuVernay for putting a story like this on a platform where people like me could, learn about it, educate ourselves about it, have knowledge on it, and then, move forward in the way that now we're moving forward with knowledge. Because prior to this, I must say I did not know about the Central Park 5. Bam, did you know? Okay, right. Which most people say that. Most people definitely say they heard about it, but we didn't really know, or we weren't able to put ourselves in the shoes of the characters when you watch the show.
Because I'm gonna be honest, it's like, when your big brother or uncle, like you said, your auntie, somebody, like, y'all remember when that happened? Mm-hmm. And everybody stopped talking about it. So it's like, that was my way of hearing about it. Like, I heard my father, my grandfather, like uncles and stuff, like, talk about it. But like you said, it was quiet until this person made a story about it.
Right.
And it's amazing to wrap this up real quick. Now, some of the people still feel the way how they feel after the truth actually came out.
What? MiraB, KKK, I'm just saying. I don't understand.
Certain people got some nerves. I'm gonna just say
that's
that.
all I'm saying.
And we didn't say the people. We just certain people. That's it. We
know what we talk about. All I'm saying is, at the point that they show that these little boys, and I say little because these boys were 14, 15 years old, at the point that we seen that they were coerced, they were forced, they were beaten, at the point that we see all of that, and you can turn your cheek to it and still say that these boys are guilty, at the point that the woman, I think that she actually, the victim actually came out and said, like, those boys had nothing to do with it. However, she still didn't give him an apology for the amount of time that was taken away from their lives. I don't understand why not. Why is she not being charged? She did, and I remember Lil Kim's reality TV show before she went to jail. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to be the one to say it, but yeah. Maybe Lil Kim would come out with a season 2 with well, then she did just come out with the show with the dating thing and on the boat, but now I'm just going off on a tangent because honestly, I didn't even watch that myself. I think Kim's first show took away any hope I had of, Kim being interesting. All right, on to the next auntie. Mary J. Blige. How could you not talk about Mary J. Blige? Okay, now when she's not on screen being Monet Tejada, we know Mary as, Mary make you feel good. Mary with the bops, okay? Auntie Mary, because she has singles that we all know and love and listen to at our family cookouts, such as Just Fine, Not Gonna Cry, Real Love, No More Drama. I mean, shall I go on? At this point, you cannot walk the face of earth and tell me you don't know who Mary J. Blige is. You cannot. You cannot. How do you not know who Mary is? Okay. Shout out to Mary because she is doing her thing. I just watched the season finale of Power Book Ghost. Well, it's Power Ghost. It's Power Book Ghost 2 or Power Ghost 2. Something like that. Okay. I don't know the order of the words. Ghost. Power Book 2. Shout out to Bam. Okay. What would I do without you? Ghost Power Book 2, I'm definitely watching that. That is my thing. I'll be encouraging all my friends. If you're not on it, get on it. And you have to start from season 1. Don't try to jump on season 2 and figure out what's going on because you won't. Start from season 1, watch season 2, and stay tuned because apparently 50 Cent is about to drop. Yeah, he's about to drop Raising Kanan, which is obviously that's going to be Power Book 3. And then we're going to have another series featuring Tommy. Yeah, that's going to show Tommy's point of view. And then we're going to get back into the second season of the season that's showing Tariq, who 50 know exactly what he's doing, okay? That's why you can say whatever you want about 50, and I know sometimes I can't stand 50 myself because he's too old to be trolling. I'm sorry. He's too old to be trolling. However, I respect him as a businessman. You have to. Even with the whole bankrupt situation. But I respect the way 50 maneuvered. I'm not even trying to put him down for it. I respect the way he maneuvered because, hey, if you could spell out bankrupt and money, I'm just saying, hey, I just want to be where you at. Okay, on to the next auntie, Jennifer Lewis. Most of you probably don't even know who I'm talking about. But if you see her face, you will know who I'm talking about. Okay, Jennifer Lewis, she's been in many TV shows, movies, you name it. Jennifer Lewis is iconic, okay? I'm pretty sure if you guys don't know her from her acting, which is hardly, I can't believe you if you say that, but if you don't know Jennifer Lewis from her acting, then you must know her from the video that she sang with Brandy. She said,
yes, sir. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Same children. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets.
Hey, I'll put a clip up. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm definitely going to put a clip up because you got to know what I'm talking about. I didn't even know Jennifer Lewis had the vocals, but she low-key, she got me. I was surprised when I saw it, and I love to see it because it's Jennifer Lewis, okay? She's iconic. I don't even have to give you her resume because you should know. Someone else's resume who I don't have to give you because you should know. Tracey Ellis Ross. Tracey Ellis Ross, hands down, is an influential, sexy. Okay. I love to hear it. A lot of people actually think otherwise, but I don't care. Not my business. I think that the talented Tracey Ellis Ross deserves her flowers. Absolutely. She is definitely iconic. Definitely iconic within the media, movie industry, movie, TV shows, you name it. Most famously known for the role she played as Joan in Girlfriends. Shout out to my sis Ashley. My sis Ashley loves her some Girlfriends. I just can't get into it. I don't know. I tried. Maybe you guys can let me know which episode I should tune into. But me personally, I don't know. I don't know. Girlfriends is just a little boring. All right, I was never into the TV shows. Yeah, I can't get into the TV shows about all the women who were single and looking for a man, and and I didn't even get that far. I got in the first 4 episodes on Netflix, but shout out to Netflix because Netflix has put it's like a I don't know if they give it a name, but it's like a in light of Black Lives Matter, Netflix gave all the black sitcoms a home. Okay, so you can go on Netflix and you can tune into Sister, One on One, Half and Half, Girlfriends. You can tune into what else do they have up there? Smart Guys up there as well. Netflix has so many. You guys can check out the black sitcoms on Netflix. Okay, The Game is up there. I finished that top to bottom, which I didn't even know was a spinoff of Girlfriends. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I don't even see how it could, like, how. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how that even ties in. I have to watch the last episode of Girlfriends and then the first for it to make sense for me, because I don't know. But like I said, Team Melanie and Derwin, because I love me some them. All right. Now, back about my aunties. I want to shed light on people like Taraji P. Henson and Jada Pinkett Smith and Ayanla, who, I mean, they have these shows, right? These powerful shows where it's healing. It's about healing. They create safe spaces for people like you and me to be able to talk in an environment where it's completely judgment free. I love that. If you guys have been seeing Peace of Mind with Taraji P. Henson, she's just had Tamar Braxton, Asian Doll, and now she has Pop Smoke's brother. I can't wait to tune into that episode. If you guys want to see my thoughts on that episode, make sure you stay tuned to the YouTube channel, because I will be talking about it for Let's Talk About It Thursdays, okay? Now, I did get to see the Asian Doll episode, and I will say, I love it. I mean, we got to see finally, it was like Asian Doll breaking her silence on the passing of King Von. If you guys haven't seen it, basically Taraji and Asian Doll give us an inner look at what Asian Doll was thinking when she found out that King Von passed away tragically. We've got a chance to find out how she dealt with that news and information. And we got a chance to just, all around see what Asian Doll has been through and how she overcame it, because now she speaks on, how it made her stronger. The situation has made her stronger, and how she, dealt with it every day ever since finding out about the news up until now. So if you guys haven't already, definitely check that out. The episode came out January 4th, and I will be tuning in. Like I said, I'll be tuning into the episode about Pop Smoke and his brother. He also speaks about what it was like when he heard, the news about his brother, and he just can't put the pieces together of how security wasn't around a superstar. How could they let a superstar go out like that? I can't wait to tune in and really, feed into what he says. And then you guys know Ayanla fixed my life. She has some pretty bizarre, or I should say unique, ways of helping people heal. I know some people still to this day are they can't get over the episode where Ayanla made the guy dig the hole in the dirt, and that was supposed to be him talking to his grave, but he was literally putting his mouth to the dirt as instructed by Ayanla. But she has some very interesting ways of helping people heal. But I think that shows like this, including Red Table Talk, are definitely needed for people in our community to have a safe space to engage in these sorts of conversations that people don't normally talk about on a daily basis, and also just to help us heal, again, just to help us heal as a people. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all the Black Aunties, shout out to all the Black influential women in the media industry. That was just my 5. Of course, that is not all. There's way too many women to name. At the end of the day, I'm just proud to call myself a Black woman, okay? And I had to shed some light on my sisters. All right, now we'll be right back. You guys know what time it is. It's time for that Jersey Spotlight. Okay, now today's Jersey Spotlight goes to Mellow D with his song What's That?
I am a beast, I cannot be tamed. Fuck on a freak, I don't know her name. Only smoke weed, I don't do cocaine. My hair getting long, I don't use Rogaine. Getting to the lettuce, what's that, romaine? A nigga about to blow, what's that, propane? I did it on my own, what's that, no favors? You don't know me, what's that, we strangers. Niggas talk shit, but can't back it up. One call to my brothers, they masking up. She fiending for penis, she acting up.
What's up, Jersey? Okay, you guys know you're officially tuned into Tap In Radio just to listen to your girl MiraB on Tea with MiraB, okay? From 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, if you listen to my show, all right, I'm trying to rhyme, y'all. Let me stop. But if you listen to my show, though, you know that I do Question of the Day every week. All right. Now, this question of the day had got some people in their bag. It got some people, in their preacher mode. I don't know, but I was loving the energy for today's question of the day. This is the type of form of debate that I like to have. Okay, listen, look. Let's get into it. So today's question of the day was, and it's instead of being in the form of a question, it was more like, what are your thoughts on this? Let's talk about it. You guys know I'm a Gemini. I love intellectual debate, so let's get into it. Now, the post says, Black women refuse to date bisexual men, and the root cause is homophobia and biphobia. However, they sugarcoat it by saying it's a preference. P.S. I'm not trying to convince Black women to date bisexual men. I'm just calling a spade a spade. The table has been shook. What are your thoughts? So I posted that and I asked you guys, what were your thoughts on that? Now, 77% of you said it is a preference, and 23% of you said that, nah, it's a cover-up. Let's get into it. I told you guys to further elaborate on what you said. One person said, by the way, if you want to share your thoughts or share your response, it's not too late. Follow me on Instagram at @TWithMiraB, TEAWITHMIRAB, and let me know what you think about it, okay? Now let's read these comments. Someone said, LMAO, no way. I can't be considered homophobic if I choose not to have a man bending me over and getting bent over at the same time. Respecting someone's sexual choice has nothing to do with my own. They want us all to be gay at this point. Okay. Someone else said, we don't hate bi men. We just can't look past them kissing or having sex with other men. Okay. Someone else said, Black men and women are always pointing the finger at each other. It's preference, period. Okay. Now I'm going to read, the way this goes for you guys who are newcomers, I'm going to read all you guys' thoughts, and then I'm going to hash it out with Bam and see how we feel. Because, yeah, Bam, I want your experience as a I want your perspective as a heterosexual man as well. But once we finish these comments. All right. Someone else said, no, it's not that deep. I prefer not to have to compete with men and women when it comes to my man. That's weird. Okay. Someone else said, my man being with another man is a sexual turnoff. I'm straight, so I want a straight partner. Okay. Shout out to Roland Ray. Someone else said, some men don't date women who date women, and it's a preference for them, right? So it should be okay. Someone else said, I'm not finna be left for a man. Upside down smiley emoji. All right. Okay, y'all. Someone else said, I feel like the post is entirely true. However, I believe that we have every right to be insecure. Many women have been left for a man or who has stepped out on their marriage for a man. There is also this belief that the man will bring back a STD. So I personally feel like it's a rational ass insecurity. Okay?
Why is this the first thing always the man going to bring back an STD when he's dealing with this type of situation? I don't. Is it known the high is a high volume of STD with that? Because women, I believe there's more women and women than men.
Anybody can give anybody an STD.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
To be honest,
that's what I'm saying. But it's like that's like always been like. I always wonder. I gotta bring like a doctor.
That's a good point. I think I should actually find that out. If
bring somebody up here.
Truthfully, I don't think that men and men is like a higher rate than man and woman.
But it been like that ever since it came out. Even when I remember being a little kid, always hearing about it. It was like, oh my God, another man and a man. And it's like, high volume of STD. Well, I ain't gonna say what kind because we know the number one. Right. But
regardless, though, man and woman, man and man, woman, you can get an STD regardless. The exchange of sexual fluids. It doesn't protect you from nobody. All right?
Nothing.
Oh, yeah. So someone else said, I don't understand why it matters if he's bi or not. If he's going to cheat on you, he would cheat regardless. It doesn't matter if he likes both.
So you got to ask that person, so you accept that he like both?
I think that's what it all boils down to. But here's the thing. Okay, so we got a few more and then I can really get into it. Okay. Someone said, when I first saw the post, I digested it as the only reason that we don't want to date bisexual men are because we are homophobic. But we use that excuse that it's a preference. However, I feel as though if it's genuinely why someone doesn't want to date a bisexual man, then that's a valid reason. I don't think it should be labeled as an insecurity if that's not the reason for it. If you simply want a heterosexual relationship all around and it has nothing to do with you being grossed out by the idea of your man being with a man, then it's not homophobic. But if that's the reason, then the post is correct. Your homophobia is being reflected in your quote-unquote preference. Now, last post before I let y'all know how I feel. Someone said, because this is a juicy one, someone said, it's funny because I just saw a similar post about black men, quote-unquote, preferring different shades of black women. I think we sometimes confuse preference for prejudice/bias because they are so similar and one has a negative connotation behind it. Preference, in caps. Preference is liking one thing over the alternative. For example, I may prefer apples over orange, but I'll still have an orange here and there. Prejudice is a preconceived opinion that not based on reason or experience. For example, not liking oranges over apples just because it's an orange. In sum, you can't prefer something if you have not had experience with it or have something existing, in fact, to bring cause or justification for the action or event. However, nothing wrong with just saying I'm a little prejudiced or biased to a situation in which I'm unfamiliar with because it's normal to feel that way. Great point. Absolutely. Let me say that. So, let's break it down, Bam. Is there something wrong with dating a bisexual man? No. For the record, there's nothing wrong with dating a man who, likes to dibble and dabble in men and women. However,
who like the party mix chips.
Right. Party mix chips. However, because it's very tricky. You have to word this the right way. Yeah. Like someone said, at the point that you don't want to date a man who is bisexual because of the thought of, oh, he's getting bent over by another man, that is where, the problem comes, where you're being homophobic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? However, I don't see the problem. And I'm looking the camera dead in his face, y'all, because I want y'all to feel this is up close and personal. I don't see the problem with a woman who just chooses not to interact sexually or just a connection with, when I say connection, I mean an intimate connection. I just don't see the problem with someone who chooses not to, dibble and dabble in that area. I don't see the problem. And then you have men who don't tell women that they're, bisexual. I've seen it before. We've seen it in the media. We've seen it on the last, I forgot what the name of the show was, but it was just a guy who decided to hold that information from a woman that he dates men. And then when it came to light later down the line, they dated for a couple months and he told her she was no longer interested.
Not even look at it. I don't know if you follow the TV show 911 Los Angeles that come on Fox. Mm-hmm. Athena, the one who plays the thin line between love and hate and all that. Her character, well, the name of the character is Athena. I always forget her real name. But her husband, he turned out to be gay. Mm-hmm. And he's like, Athena, how did you know since high school? Mind you, she done had a kid. They had 2 kids already and everything. And then she was like, I knew the whole time. But she was just doing it because her mother wanted her to be in this happy marriage relationship. Mm. But long story short, and even my opinion on it, like you said, there are some men, well, not you, somebody comment said that, well, I don't know if it was you or somebody in the comment, but some men don't like that women on women, like they don't like it.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? I'm selfish, so I don't like to share either. But me personally, I don't like you said, having that image, you can't just go off of that because you don't know that's. I don't think you ever did it, but that's like when I see straight female kiss their best friend. Like, oh, that's my best friend. Mm-hmm. But can a man do that? No.
It's a double standard thing,
like,
for sure.
It's sad. I'm not saying sad like I want men to do that, but for you to be straight, you can kiss your best friend. But then if a man tell you like, hey, I like kissing men too, they be like, what? You're this and this that.
like someone said, it is very biased, and so because of that,
I agree with them.
Right, because of that, I just feel like you can't say we're hiding homophobia behind preference, because truthfully, I really do feel like it is okay to not want to, date a man who dates men. It is okay. That is okay. I just don't feel like we should act as if that is homophobic. It's not homophobic, because at the end of the day, like Bam said, you could just be selfish, and that's enough. That's enough for you to not want to, let your man date other women. Now, for the girls who are out there saying, oh, I don't need to worry about, my man dating men, and I'm already worrying about women, that's insecurity.
MiraB, I actually physically know both parties. Mm-hmm. I know a woman who man left her for a man, and I know a woman who left her man for a woman. And it's crazy, because I sat back and I grew up with both of these two people that this situation happened, and it's weird because it happened around the same time. But the one who left for another man, the guy, he was always like went into like swinging and stuff. So it was like he told his partner was acting like she was shocked, and he was like, how can you be shocked and you knew all this?
Right.
But like automatically she started like trying to like
tarnish his character?
Yeah, like trying to come at him. And I ain't gonna front, for a straight man, I kind of felt some type of way. I'm like, yo, why you coming at him like that? Because I do remember you talking about it, being there. Now, were you doing it just to please? So you've been in these situations, so what's up?
Right.
And then, like you said, how you gonna turn around and flip it?
I just listen. Because it's very touchy when you get on this topic, because I don't want to offend people. Me personally, I feel like gay people already go through enough to be themselves. Yes. I really do feel that way. I feel like we're in the year of 2021 now. Congrats to us for making it this far.
Nothing should surprise us. Like,
not even about surprising us, but I feel like there's too many norms set on how we should live our life.
I would say this, and I'm the owner of the station, and I usually don't like to speak for people, but on my behalf, MiraB's show is on Tap-In Radio, and I'm going to say it. Tap-In Radio has nothing against the LGBT community. We support it 100%. And I'm not just saying this to cover it up. Like you said, you was attacked. What little shots were thrown at you because of it. This is just a question of the day, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. So
we have nothing against. I'm just able to see things from both sides, especially with me being a Gemini. Like, I can understand why, for those people who don't want to have that image in their head, you have to remember we all come from different backgrounds, different traditions, different religions that put us in a mind space where we're like, all right, I can't date a man that's duking into the butt or whatever. I seen it all when I looked at these posts earlier. I didn't even read all of them. But
I even tap in. A woman on DM, like, even me as a woman, I can't see myself touching another woman private parts.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I was like, nothing wrong with that. Listen, nothing. We're not saying that. It's just a question.
Right.
But MiraB, you're good. You're good.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I just, like I said, y'all, it's nothing wrong with it. It's your preference. And it's not trying to be hiding it under no homophobia. No. You know what I'm saying? Just don't put others down when you speak on your preference. That's all it is. That's all it boils down to. Now, speaking of boiling down to, it's coming down to that time where MiraB has to exit the building. So I just want to thank everyone who tuned in with your girl today from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Can't wait to see you guys next week. I have more tea to spill. One thing about MiraB, the tea never runs dry. Okay, period. I'll see y'all next week. You're locked in with your girl MiraB on Tap-In Radio. Tea with MiraB. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Tea with MiraB. I'll see you guys next week.